Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I do have a special guest here today. Say hello.
Hello.
And present them your name.
Reese.
So if you guys don't know already, Reese is my boyfriend, and I thought I'd bring him on for a YouTube video because I have actually gotten a few messages like, why is he not in my videos and things like that, and it's not that I don't mean to, he's just a bit shy with filming. So I have forced him into doing this YouTube video with us today. It is a Q&A, we are going to be answering questions. Every question that you guys asked me on Instagram, we have quite a few of them. Some a bit crazy, but we are going to be answering them all. Also just introducing him officially to the YouTube channel, even though it's been like 2.5 years now. I think the most asked question humanly possible was, where did we meet? So we're just going to start off with that one. Reese, take it away.
We met on Hinge.
Wish that it was like a cuter story and like a nicer one, but no. just your stereotypical dating app. I was actually just about to delete it as well. Like I was on there for a bit of shits and giggles, just about to delete it, and then I saw Reese and I was like, oh, he's quite cute. Just thought I'd, you know, like he messaged me, I just thought I'd reply. Not the greatest story ever, is it?
No.
No.
But it worked out, and now we own a very feisty puppy.
And now we own a hectic dog that is currently demolishing a toy banana, so. Was it hard to trust him considering your toxic ex? It was definitely not easy getting into another relationship. I feel like I definitely struggled at the start.
She was very untrustworthy, very paranoid.
Untrustworthy?
No, sorry. She didn't, untrusting. Sorry.
Untrusting, not untrustworthy.
Very paranoid, just saw things very negatively, like thought about relationships very negatively.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was tough.
Yeah.
Initially, to try and bring her out of that mindset.
I think I was also a bit scared of any sort of argument at all because I had such a terrible experience when it came to arguments in that past relationship. I think with Reese I was just like a bit petrified at first in terms of like getting into any sort of discussion, like even slightly heated discussion, because I was so scared of how he might react. But then I think like he sort of showed me that like not everyone is like that, and not everyone's gonna yell and scream at you, and you can resolve things in a nice, calm, actually mature way. I think you were kind of the same. Like you also had not a great past relationship in terms of like arguments and stuff, so yeah. I think you also came into it a little bit hesitant with that sort of thing.
We both had issues in previous relationships, yeah. And yeah, it just ended up being unhealthy and quite toxic, and just like a very immature in and out relationship. And I obviously came into this with some baggage as well. I
feel like we both like really sort of got to know each other's like communication style, and it actually was quite healthy from the beginning. As long as you're doing it in a healthy way and you're not hitting below the belt, which we don't do, I think that's productive, you know. That's how you build that foundation with someone. How did you two meet again? But also, was it love at first sight, or did you fall more over time?
I feel like for me, I wouldn't say it was love at first sight, but I fell for Bella very quickly and kind of knew that I wanted to be with her basically after like the first date. I wouldn't say I was like in love with her, but
not on the first
I could
date.
tell that it was going to go that way.
He's got the zoomies. You're just running back and forth. What made you fall that quickly there?
Fishing for compliments.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know. It was just like something that I couldn't explain really. Can't put it into words. Like, there's obviously all your nice traits and stuff and all your good traits, but it was just like a good connection that I got with you.
For me, it was definitely a bit slower. I felt like I was so like not ready for a relationship, I think. Not ready, but like I didn't really want one. I kind of wanted to just sort of be on my own for a bit. I was kind of like properly like mentally ready to just completely be single for the next 1, 2, 3 years. I was a lot more hesitant to get into a relationship. I just kind of was like extremely cautious for obvious reasons. So I kind of kept in my head, I kept making excuses as to why I should not see him. No offense. But he kind of won me over just because of how like persistent you were. This man just did not give up. And second of all, because like I could sort of see extremely valuable traits in him. Like I really saw like he was an actual extremely good person. So I think you just won me over, like your personality and stuff, you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Someone asked, why is he dating you?
Obviously she's extremely beautiful, but she's also very intelligent, funny, calm. She always thinks about me, like puts me, well, I wouldn't say puts me first, but she thinks about me in every situation. I can trust her, like I 100% trust her with like everything, and she's just made me a better person in general. Aww. Just, yeah, all around better person.
That's real cute, thank you. How do you manage to keep things fresh whilst living together / working from home a lot? By a girl called Francesca. Hi Francesca, I love that name. I don't think we do anything to try and keep things fresh.
We're quite an active like couple, like we do a lot together, like we go to a lot of gigs, we always go to the cinema.
Yeah.
We
do loads together.
Always going out for meals and just like, I don't know, we just do a lot together, don't we? We do basically everything together. I
think we just go on a lot of dates, don't we? Like, we kind of like the same things. Like, we both love concerts so much. So every time there's something new, like for example, Coldplay they're gonna release their tickets this Friday or something.
Yeah.
We're straight onto those. Like, we're just we like the same thing. So we're kind of naturally planning those things without meaning to. I think if you have, like, for example, when you have kids and stuff, like that does...
Yeah, well, we're feeling it now with the puppy, like we can't leave the house because he hasn't had his second vaccination. But like when he's had his second vaccination, we'll take him for loads of walks together and just...
Because currently we're kind of like not spending as much time with each other because Reese will be out to work, so I'll look after the puppy, and then when he's home, I need to go do my thing, so he's looking after the puppy, and it's like we're never really doing anything together in the past like week or two. Once he can start staying home alone a little bit as well, we can always go, you know, to a gig nearby or dinner, and he'll just stay at home for a few hours. So, but right now he's an 8-week-old puppy and he is work. A lot of work, isn't he? What size tee he wears? I'm assuming this is for alphalete, so what's your alphalete sizes?
It depends on the t-shirt. So I usually go XL in everything because I'm 6'5". If I want a tighter fitting tee, then I'll go large, but usually XL because I like a baggier fit.
Yeah, Delzalies?
Yeah.
Asked, does he ever get jealous of outsiders commenting or hitting on you? I don't care at all, do you?
No, to me they're just like random people on the internet, so it doesn't really bother me at all. And like it would be different, it's different when people hit on her in real life. I don't particularly like that, but there's also not a lot I can do about it, and it's also like a compliment towards me, I suppose. They can hit on her all they want, as long as she's, well, not all they want, but like
that's such a weird thing to say.
As long as she's just gonna walk away,
yeah,
and like they're not gonna hassle her, then it's just one of those things when you've got a lovely, beautiful girlfriend.
Thank you. So many compliments today, I'm loving it. I need to do more of these videos. My ego's just like, woo! And also, on that point as well, like, it's literally random people that I've never met or seen before. It's like, and I've been in situations where someone has gotten very jealous over someone commenting, and it's like, I literally have no control over that at all. Like, it's just a random person that I've never met, never spoke to, don't reply to, nothing I can do.
I feel like if I was gonna get annoyed by that, I wouldn't have got with you in the first place.
Like you just can't be with me in that way.
Are you married? No, but we will be one day.
In Inkbla asked, what is his profession? What do you do?
Hi, I'm in digital marketing. So I mainly do Facebook ads. That's my profession. But I do a bit of everything within digital marketing. But my main service is Facebook ads.
Yeah. Ow! 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 He's like a little piranha at the moment. Stop that! Ow! He's just biting really hard. I think he's really tired.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to get down with his little paws again like that.
Brina asked, what's your advice to make a relationship last?
Healthy communication.
Yeah, massive one. And if the camera's like wiggling, it's because Milo keeps bumping his head on it.
Yeah, obviously loyalty, trust, keeping the relationship like fun and healthy. I remember you always saying to me that love is a choice. And
he never believed me. He was like...
No, but I do understand it now.
Yeah,
it is a choice. You wake up every day and you decide whether you love your partner or not.
Yeah.
Like with your actions and the things that you say. So I feel like making the decision to love is That's the answer.
He was like, no, it's definitely not. Like, you can't choose who you love. And I'm like, yes, you absolutely can. The only reason you love that person is because you chose to love that person. You chose to continue speaking to them. You chose to continue engaging. You chose to stay in an environment where your love would continue to grow for that person. So choosing to not love that person would mean, you know, you see red flags in someone, you cut them off. Even though you might have a little bit of a liking to them, you still cut them off because you know it's the right thing to do. And then that love never grows. And it's the same way as like if you have been together with someone for, you know, 50 years, married for 50 years or something, and it gets to a point where you actually, it's not like infatuation anymore. You actually do have to wake up and decide that, you know, you are going to put your best foot forward and love this person. The love that people are on about is like infatuation, and that's not love. That's infatuation. It's two entirely different things. You pretty much covered every single one of them. You did a good job with that answer. You did a real good job with that answer. Well done. Oh, well done. Got nothing to add. That answer was perfect. Good boy. Where was our first date?
At a little Halloween thing.
No, that wasn't our first date.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
We went to the bar first.
Oh, yeah.
We met in Manchester first.
Yeah.
The Halloween date was the second date.
Yeah, we went to a little bar in Manchester.
Second date was like a little
Halloween horror night thing.
Halloween scare thing.
Scare house, yeah.
Scare house, yeah.
And then we went to a bar after that.
And the third date was what?
We just went for
a drive.
A drink and a drive.
Yeah,
maybe.
just went for a drink and a drive.
Drink and a drive.
A drink and a drive. Age gap, someone asked. I'm 26 and he's
27.
27, so just 1 year age gap really. You low-key look like siblings. Do you get asked this a lot?
We are.
Definitely not siblings, no. But I think they do say like, you start to look like each other after a while, don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a thing where people say that like the longer you've been with someone, the more you look like them?
Yeah. Say it about your pet as well.
Really?
Pets end up looking like their owners.
I don't see how that's physically possible.
They do.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but they do say it. Look at his little belly, he's showing the belly off to his cat to the camera. You're getting your belly out.
Haya asked, what do you love the most about each other? You can go first.
Probably how...
Don't pause for too long.
There's loads of things that I could say. Well, I don't know what I love the most. There's loads of things that I love.
You saved it there because...
No, because I answered that question.
Yeah,
at the
true.
start.
But what's the thing you love the most?
Probably how patient you are and how good at communicating you are, and like the things that you've taught me about communication and stuff like that, and also how cute you are.
Oh, those are 3 things, but okay, thank you. What I love the most about you.
See, you can't think of anything.
It's hard because there's loads of things.
Yeah.
I'd have to say probably his ability to admit wrong, actually change his point of view on something after I actually explain it to him and he sort of sees my side of it. His ability to sort of change into that and like realize like, oh, okay, actually now that you've laid out the facts for me, I do understand that and I actually do agree with it. You know when people like, they think one way and they just will absolutely never admit when they're wrong, like even if they have all of the facts presented to them and they are very extremely wrong and it's categorically wrong, but they just cannot for their own ego's sake admit any fault. Well, Reese is the complete opposite of that. It might take him a day sometimes it does take you a while, but he does always get there, and I feel like that's probably one of his greatest strengths and one of the main reasons why I actually continue to see him even at the start was like his ability to learn is pretty impressive, and it takes a lot of like courage to not let your ego just literally be the like commander of your entire life. I hate that in a person so much. Like that's probably my biggest pet peeve ever. You actually listen to them and something actually happens from it. Probably that, I would say. And how cute you are too.
Look at him, he's so content. I wonder if he's smiling.
I don't think dogs can smile.
They can.
I don't think they can.
They can. Benji does it, yeah.
What, like?
No, like...
Don't ever do that face again. What do you guys fight the most about?
housework.
That's a good question.
Housework.
Yeah. I think it is just housework. It's a nice thing to fight about, really.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anything serious to fight about. It's all just very small things, like you didn't clean up after dinner, or like you didn't make the bed. That's him to me, because I never make the bed. We have been super good at that. Like, I'll cook, he'll clean. I'll do the bathrooms, he'll take out the bins. Like, we have sort of divided it quite nicely.
It's usually when we're both tired, or when you're tired.
Don't go blaming me.
We argued more when we didn't live together.
We argued a lot more when we didn't live together, actually. How to repair after conflict.
You both need to calm down.
Yeah.
Initially. You can't repair if you haven't calmed down.
You know what the biggest myth ever is? People say never go to bed angry. I think that is absolute bollocks.
I'm
like
a completely different person.
Completely
after, like the day after an argument.
Yeah.
Like, I'll feel a lot more calm and I'll be willing to resolve things.
Yeah.
Whereas like on a night, especially if it's late, I'll just be like
tired.
very stubborn. But as soon as I've had a sleep, I'm like just ready to resolve things and sort things.
I used to heavily believe that, like, you know, never go to sleep angry until like I met Reese, and then I realised the more I tried to keep him awake and sort the issue out, the worse it would get, because the more tired he would get.
I feel like it does depend on the person.
It does depend on the person.
I'm not a night person at all.
No.
I need to be asleep by like 10 p.m.
After 10 p.m, if Reese is tired, he just has a lot less like mental like energy to do it. Sometimes it is best to just have a little bit of a space, and then you can come back to it. So I think trying to force a resolution out of two, you know, heated people, like two emotionally heated people, is probably the worst situation ever. Just give it a minute, go calm down, relax, watch a movie, distract yourself, play a game, just go for a walk, like do anything, distract yourself. When you're calm and you can have actually like a more logical standpoint, you both come back to it, and resolving arguments that way is a billion times easier.
But I'd also say that sometimes you need to look externally and think like when me and Bella first moved into the house, obviously we had a lot of stress, like it's a stressful moving house.
Yeah, it is.
Or like, so we would argue a bit more then, or like if we're going on holiday and we're both up early and I get real stressed in the airport.
You do.
Making sure
proper airport dad.
To make sure we're getting to the airport.
Oh my god, we're gonna miss the flight. Flight's 5 hours away.
And then when you sit down and think, like, that's probably what caused the disagreement or the argument. It's not always necessarily like someone's just done something bad. It's probably something external as well. I would say we argue almost every time we're at the airport.
Yeah.
I'll go into the airport because Bella's always late for things.
I'm always late for things.
And I like to make sure that we're on time for things.
Yeah. I think we've gotten a lot better at that though, because we're kind of learning with each other. Like, I am getting better at being on time. And Reese is learning to chill out and just relax, and we are kind of meeting in the middle with that. Everything to do with relationships, communication times 100 million gajillion times.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the answer to everything, isn't it? Next question. How did y'all meet? Love from Zimbabwe. We've already answered the question, but love you right back. When should you inform the other person what you're open to / looking for? I think she means in like dating, maybe.
I don't think there's a set time period, just whenever you think you're ready.
Yeah.
If they don't reciprocate that back, then move on.
There's loads of advice things out there, especially for like girls and boys, to be like, don't ever say that you want a relationship, don't ever say that you want to do this or do that, but at the same time, like, if your views with someone aren't aligned, for example, if a boy tells you in the first few weeks that he's not looking for a relationship, believe him and walk away. He's literally telling you that your interests do not align. Someone saying, I'm not looking for a relationship, but I would be open to one if the right person came along, well, that's a little bit different. At least you know that there is a possibility there. But I think if he's just trying to mess around and you want something a bit more serious, or vice versa, it does need to be maybe clarified to spare hurt feelings. Like I said before, I was very cautious about getting into any sort of relationship at all. So I was kind of like very much not like tying myself down to it. And he kind of basically said to me, laid it all out on the table. He was like, either we're exclusive or I can't continue this. And I was like, okay.
There's no point beating around the bush, is there?
No, you didn't. It was straight to the point. Torvi asked for the boyfriend, how does a man pull this kind of girl? Thank you, I think.
You get a reflection of who you are as a person. So like a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have been ready to be with Bella, and I'm sure she wouldn't have been ready to be with me.
Yeah.
But
true.
like as you grow up, as you go through different like relationships and stuff like that, you learn, and then like you eventually come to the point where you can be in a healthy relationship, or you're ready to work on a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, yeah, as a man, I don't know, you need to be hardworking.
Be the kind of man that would attract like a
you need to
decent
focus on
girl.
yourself first.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, start a business or something like that. Dedicate yourself to it. You'll learn lessons through that, and it will attract the right person.
No. Life advice from me. It's just cute. No, I think the same. I think it's not even just this way around. It's also the other way around. Like if I wasn't at the stage in my life that I was when I met Reese, and I'm not on about like maybe that question, I don't know what exact field that question was referring to, but I'm sort of speaking from like a mental standpoint, like emotional maturity, you know, just maturity in general, the ability to communicate, all of that, those sort of things, the ability to have a healthy relationship. I feel like if I had met Reese in a place that I wasn't ready to have that, this would have never have happened the other way around as well. So I think you both need to be as good as each other. You can't expect to attract a person that you're not good enough for. And I do not mean in looks at all. Like this has nothing to do with looks. It's all like how mentally prepared are you? Like have you done the work on yourself in order for that person to even want to be in your life? Because if Reese was like a toxic mess, I would have ran for the absolute mother effing hills. Like it would just not be on at all. Especially having learned that I definitely don't want that. And the same with you. Like if I was acting toxic and things that you've learned and figured out that you don't want, it wouldn't have worked either way around. So I think you've got to be at their level.
Can you ask him how he riz you? We need to learn
How he riz you?
the kind of riz level.
I think that's just the exact same question.
You're just born with it.
The only reason I am with Reese is because I love his personality and way of being. Does that make sense? Obviously, having him be very good looking is also an extra great benefit. Having him be very hardworking is also an extra great benefit. But I would not be with him just for those two things if he didn't have all of the other qualities that he does. Riz is just being a nice, kind, mature grown-up that is currently taking photos of our puppy.
Yeah, look at his little ears.
Oh my god, that's so cute actually. How does he feel about your social media following? I don't really think it's something that you think about.
Not really.
It's not really something that I think about or he thinks about. It's just...
No, I mean, it's like it's quite cool. Like it makes me real proud when people ask what she does, and then obviously I say like, she's an influencer, and then like, oh, how many followers does she have? And then I say 1.2 million. Like it's like a nice proud thing to tell people. Like she's worked hard, and I've got a hard-working girlfriend.
Oh.
Hasn't changed you as a person.
No.
Like for all I know, you could have like 20 followers.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't make a difference.
To me, I just love my job. I love the people I get to chat to on here. I love doing what I do. Like I genuinely absolutely adore it as a job, and I'm not like, I have this or I do that. I honestly forget until someone asks me and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's this. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, thanks. I'd rather have 100 of a super loving community rather than millions that just don't care at all about me and aren't my friends, you know what I mean? This is how I get him to do things, is I scratch his head and then he just, whatever his complaint is, I'm hungry, I'm this, I'm that, he'll just stop if I scratch his head. What do you see your future as? That just entails anything and everything.
Kids, marriage, build a business together, and
straight to the point.
Have a happy life.
Yeah, I think
that's
that,
it.
yeah.
That covers everything. And make little Milo the most loved dog in the world.
If you really want to go to Disneyland in America, Disney and Universal, Florida.
All the theme parks in Florida.
Every theme park in Florida is like on our bucket list that we need to do.
Yeah.
And we also really want to go to Brazil at some point. So I want to show him my homelands. If you guys didn't know, I was born in Brazil. Do an extension, fix the bathrooms.
That's it.
I think he's hungry. You're hungry, aren't you?
I'm starving.
I'm gonna go make us food and then Reese is gonna tidy up very nicely and cleanly, aren't you?
No.
Thank you guys so much for watching. A bit of a different video from me, not my usual thing. If you do like and enjoy, let me know. We will make more, maybe a say it or shot it video, which I used to do all the time and they are so much fun. So if you guys want us to make that maybe next month or something, let me know. And yeah, anything to say to the YouTube friends before we go?
Hello and goodbye.
Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Tell them you love them.
I love you. He's so tired. Oh.
What were his ears doing before?
Just pricked up. Look how tired he is. His eyes are closing.
No.
Oh, he's so tired.
Oh, little tired boy.
Oh, tired. Oh.
Oh. Goodbye.